What is up, everybody? It is college football Saturday today on the Woodward Bet Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. I'm here with my boy today, Detroit Beastie. What's going on, Chris?
Good morning. This is fantastic. This is what college football is all about. It's November. It's rainy. It's cold. The pads will be popping today, Scott.
Man, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, Chris. Hey, I got to brag for 1 second. I know we had a little clash here between me and Beer at the high school field last night. We had Livonia Franklin and Waterford Mott playing in a regional championship game out there in Waterford. And Chris and I had a little wager on that beastie, and the Franklin Patriots came out on top. So victory here for this guy. But 43-26, pretty good game. But I'll tell you what, Chris, you mentioned cold and rainy. It was cold and rainy last night. I think my feet are still frozen. But, man, I wasn't quite prepared for that. I did have a hat and a regular coat on, but, man, when my feet get cold, it's over for me. I'm done. I'm cold as shit. And it was windy. It was a little damp last night, but you know what? Had a couple Modelo's and everything went smooth from there. But Chris, I got to say, yesterday our best bets didn't do so well, so we're not going to hide when we don't do as well. We were 1 for 4, one out of 5 actually. I was 1 for 1, and the beer man tripped and had a bad day yesterday, was 0 for 3. But, hey, we're not going to hide behind that. We're going to bounce back up right today. We're still having a pretty good week over here at the Woodward Bets. But, Chris, last time I had you on, it was Veterans Day. And I had my boy on, Sergeant Mr. Stover there. So I actually was at the football game with him last night. And he wanted me to pass along to you that he really enjoyed his time with us. And he wanted to thank you for the kind words again. So that meant a lot to him. So for me, to know how much that meant to him was that was a pretty special moment. But his story, Chris, about the hand candy, that was awesome. And then his story there about the caps, that was chilling. But
Yeah, it was special.
Go ahead.
It was special, and on any broadcast, let alone Woodward Sports. I just speak from right here. I mean, we write stuff down, especially me. I write down my notes and how it pertains to a football game or the hockey game or my DFS stuff. But when you speak that way, it just comes from the heart. It comes from the soul. There is no real script that you can write down and read from in the moment when you're feeling whatever emotion that you're feeling. That's the basic. That's what it is to be a human. Feelings are the basic human emotion, and it's not good to kind of suppress those, whatever it is: anger, grief, fear, excitement, adulation, all of that stuff. I find it best to just get it out, to someone's face or on a broadcast within reason. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but yeah, it was a great broadcast. It was special. I watched it back a couple times because when you're in it, you're in the middle of something, or pitcher's in the middle of a no-hitter. You don't really know how special it is until after it's over. You're just living in the moment. You're talking, you're chatting with friends, and then when it's done, all I could think about was that was fantastic. I had to watch it back to make sure it was as special as I thought it was, and it was. So tell him, pass him along. I'll give him a thank you card for the thank you card. Thank you for having me on the other day, and yeah, shout out to Master Sergeant.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that dude's got more medals than the Olympic Hall of Fame. That's for sure. Definitely a special dude which I look up to, that's for sure. But Chris, we got some college football. I mean, last week the college rankings came out, and man, there was some Sparty fans a little bit disappointed that Michigan was a spot or two ahead of them in the bowl rankings. But you know what? That doesn't really matter. Just it'll work itself out in the field. They're trying to just rile everybody up, obviously to talk about their product. But hey. We got a lot of games here today, Chris. So we're gonna start running through them here. We were gonna break down all the top 25 games for you guys today, and then at the end of the show, we'll give you guys a couple of our best bets. But before we do that, Chris, just want to mention our sponsor real quick, Underdog Fantasy. Get on in there; it's a lot of fun. Different kind of prop bets you guys can look at. If you use our promo code WSN, you get yourself $10 free. Who doesn't like free? Obviously, but get on in there. 4-timer, you get 10 to 1 on your money. I've had a few friends here recently take advantage of that free $10, and actually hit them a couple 3 or 4 player props. But get in there. It's a lot of fun. You can do different drafts, especially for Sunday. They got different sports, hockey, and whatever else. But make sure you guys get in there and check it out. But Chris, looks like here starting at noon in these top 25 games today, we got Houston is moving over to going over to Temple. Houston is giving 24.5 over there to Temple. Houston's getting 65% of the money is coming in on them. Temple's 2-7 against the spread. Houston is 8-1 overall, 5-4 against the spread. This one opened up at 55, dropped down to 52. I can't say I have much of a lean on anything here, but Chris, you got anything here on this game? Does anything stand out to you?
Not too much. I mean, I would feel comfortable taking Houston minus 25.5 points. And I know that's a ton of points. And I don't want to get into like the meat of the broadcast right now. But last I looked, there is a game where they're giving a team over 50 points in this one. So we'll get there. I'm sure you've seen it too. But in terms of this one right here, Houston, and I don't think it's relatively close.
Yeah, the Temple's struggling. They're 0-4 their last 4 against the spread. They've just been getting pretty much mollywopped. I mean, 24.5, just that little hook there on the 24. But I feel pretty confident with Houston. I'm just going to roll with Houston here and give the 24.5. But I will say I don't feel as strong about that one as a few others here that we'll get to. But another one here, Chris, 24.5 points. We got Northwestern traveling up to Madison to face the Wisconsin Badgers. This one started at 24, bumped up to 24.5. The over-under is only 41 here, Chris. Doesn't sound like Vegas expects the Wildcats to score too many points here. Wisconsin's 5-4 against the spread, 6-3 overall. Northwestern is 3-6 and 3-6 against the spread as well.